One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Mustangs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Nice?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wolverines offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it on the counter. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Mustangs offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Takes the handoff. It's Holt. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Clouds is way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Underwood. That's reeled in. It's Hansen. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. To the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Underwood to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Out wide right, it's Marshall. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. On the ground, it's Marshall. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And his throw is incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field. And look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Look out! Find some time. And they get him for the sack. It looked as if he was going to be well protected, but this defense stayed after him. It'll be fourth down. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Carr. He's going to keep it. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those
snags it, and there's running room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Hands it off on the counter. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Churns into the pile. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Play action with Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Left side is Marshall. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, the bad news on defense is you gave up a big completion. The good news, though, you showed great effort making a tackle and getting him down inside the 5-yard line. Effort does matter, and we'll see.
Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, down here on the Mustang sideline, during that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Reels it in. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Keep it on the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Holt. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man downfield.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Fresh set of downs going up top. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Mustangs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put him in the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Chambers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing, Underwood. Release to the back. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Second and long here. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Flip it out to the back on the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
They boot it away. And now the hit knocks it loose. quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays. Those splash plays, they can change games. But you better secure the football first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Underwood on the play action. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Play fake, Underwood. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on! He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
Second down to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Trying to make one miss. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood unloads to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
From the gun, it's Marshall. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Right side, it's Marshall. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Drops back on first down. Under pressure. Got his man on the right. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
On the delay, it's Holt. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The give to the back. Stopped right there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got it, looking for a first. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking for running room. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Trying to establish the run, and he's brought down after a short gain. of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Quarterback will keep it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. On the RPO, got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Hits inside. It's Marsh. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the ride, trying to squeak through the pile. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Wolverines! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Couldn't set his feet.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Long way to go on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Working that left side now. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Third and long coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Drops back. It's Underwood. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. He's got it. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He'll pull it down and run. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Rashad Downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking down the middle. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Center Downs going to the air. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense has come out really, really strong. I mean, this is the 3rd possession. They've already got 2 stops, and now they try to take advantage of them and go over the top because the D's been aggressive. Still doing a great job staying disciplined, staying home. To start this football game, man, they have been lights out.
Making the adjustment. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Play action with Underwood. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's lead things off with Houston, taking on the number 14 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's Houston with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Underwood on the play action. Buying time to his right.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Here's Underwood to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should run.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And that is no good after the miss. Still an 11-point game, guys.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Offense in a bunch formation. They want to throw it. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Turns it upfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his big tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route, and they get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on third downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Got his man! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. From the gun, he'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Carr. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quick give. There he goes. Got the first down. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical, and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Carr on play action. Left side is Owens. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Back's got it on the screen. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Throwing, Underwood. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the back. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Finds his man. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fang.
Breaks the tackle. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Buchanan. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rush is on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. Got the back over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going to take a shot. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeps it on the ground. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Bring him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Caught. Brought down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Makes the grab. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Second down, gonna throw it. Back open in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On target over the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Mustangs are rolling down the field. Looking to throw it, Harrington. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Here comes the heat. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Underwood. Going to throw it deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
Yeah, and I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Underwood. They're all over him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Second and long here. They'll send the tight end in motion. A run for the quarterback. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Again, it's Brown. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Look out! That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking downfield, it's Harrington. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
Well, as a quarterback, you've got to know when the play is over, and you got to mitigate your losses. That time, he was just trying to do too much. He thought he was back in high school, and everything was taken away. He could just pirouette, make a guy miss, and turn it into a home run. Nothing doing, and he takes a...
He uncorks one deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Sells to fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly